Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I want to share a story that's been weighing on my mind for a long time, one that starts 15 years ago, back in high school. It's a tale of rebellion, misunderstanding, and ultimately a shocking revelation that changed everything I thought I knew. Picture this. It was summer, and I was in high school, basking in the freedom of those lazy days. But then everything changed when a new teacher joined our staff. This young woman, fresh-faced and eager, introduced a strict dress code policy that seemed to target only the girls. I remember thinking, what the heck is going on? The school had always had a relatively normal dress code, but suddenly it felt like a prison. The new rules were brutal. Girls were limited to frumpy t-shirts and baggy jeans, while the boys, well, we could wear whatever we wanted. I watched as my girlfriend and her friends were forced to spend money on new clothes, all while they were handed these hideous brown shirts, what I like to call the t-shirts of shame, every time they violated the dress code. Imagine having to wear that in the sweltering heat of a school with no air conditioning. Now, I wasn't about to sit back and let this happen. I was a rebellious little punk, and I thought I could make a difference. So I did something outrageous. I started wearing everything that was banned. I rocked short shorts that barely covered my behind, low-cut shirts, and even cut the sides off my tank tops just to make a statement. I even threw on a short skirt and a crop top one day, all to prove my point. And guess what? I got away with it, for a while. But soon enough, I found myself in detention day after day. I got suspended and even had to attend 2 weeks of summer school as punishment. But I didn't care. I was determined to fight this unjust policy, and I wasn't alone. Soon, almost every guy in my school was getting dress-coded too, standing in solidarity with the girls. We wore those brown shirts with pride, sweating through them as we rallied for change. I made a list of demands. Girls should be allowed to wear tank tops, shorts, and t-shirts that weren't 4 fingers above their waist. And you know what? We won. The school eventually caved in, and I felt this rush of exhilaration. It was a formative experience for me, standing up against what I thought was an oppressive system. Fast forward to today. I'm back in my hometown, and I find myself at a local bar when suddenly I bump into that same teacher, years later. It was like a blast from the past. I recognized her instantly, and she remembered me too. Curious, I sat down with her and her friends, and we started reminiscing about those chaotic school days. As we talked, I learned something that turned my world upside down. You see, during that time, there were 4 male teachers who were known to be, well, creepy. One of them was infamous, while the others were more discreet in their predatory behavior. They were taking inappropriate pictures of girls and making them uncomfortable, and this teacher had tried to raise the alarm. She went to the administration and even the police, but nothing was done. To protect the girls, she implemented that strict dress code, but she couldn't openly share her reasons. It was all about keeping the girls safe from those predators. As an adult, I look back and realize that my rebellion wasn't just misguided. It could have put those girls at risk. The irony hit me hard. I had fought so fiercely to overturn a policy that was meant to safeguard my classmates. And here I was, thinking I was the hero, when, in reality, I was playing right into the hands of a much darker agenda. I learned that sometimes the things we believe to be unjust are actually born out of a need for protection. That teacher was ahead of her time, and while her methods may have seemed extreme, they were necessary in a school that had let inappropriate behavior slide for far too long. So what did I take away from this experience? It's vital to question the rules and fight for what you believe in, but also it's essential to understand the context behind those rules. Sometimes the fight isn't as black and white as it seems. Now, I want to hear from you. Have you ever stood up against a rule only to find out later that there was more to the story? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Let's talk about it.